So while Dr. Fauci is trying to figure out the fate of humankind during COVID, Jason Hurr directs and puts out, in my opinion, the best sports documentary, The Last Dance, to highlight Michael Jordan's masterclass. I personally have seen every episode at least 20 times. If I'm ever losing motivation in life, I throw this bad boy on, and the fire in Jordan's eyes rejuvenates me. I think Netflix owns the strongest upper in the country, but the come down after realization is brutal. There's a beautiful quote delivered by an emotional Jordan: winning has a price, and leadership has a price. So I pull people along even when they didn't want to be pulled. I challenge people when they don't want to be challenged. It is documented that Jordan was an absolute tyrant every morning during practice to squeeze every last bit of talent from every player from the 90s Chicago Bulls. He wasn't running for office, so he didn't have time to be politically correct. He was psychotic about winning and willing to achieve it regardless of the consequences. I was personally deeply motivated by Jordan's journey to the NBA, and I made a decision in 2020 to find the occupation in my life I could master and obsess over. And my choice was poker Texas Hold'em. What I realized in the next 5 years is that this was a competition problem, as Jordan would say eloquently himself. Not a gambling problem. First of all, Jordan's tough mindset is rare, but it can also be miserable for most people when garnered. Even though I'm an extremely competitive man, I don't care about winning enough to accept the collateral damage. I'll even go as far as saying that insane work ethic is overrated if the moment of victory is met with relief instead of pure elation. If you're ever like, I just won, I should be happier, please keep watching. And second, I think Jordan's methods are not very realistic in the modern day. Yes, the dedication to the craft is spectacular, but a completely hostile work environment would lead to some serious human resources complaints. I'm not exactly a fan of LeBron being passive-aggressive when he manipulates the media to nudge the GM of a team or constantly mention retiring every time he loses a playoff series. But imagine Jordan's antics today. It would be the biggest news story, and his gambling scandal would look more like Good Morning America covering Groundhog Day. Lastly, I don't believe the folklore of Stern sending Jordan to exile after the 1993 NBA Finals, nor do I think the gambling scandal was a big deal. The dude's fucking rich. Who cares if he wants to lose money playing golf with degenerates? Who cares if he missed going to the White House to meet the president, to gamble with golf hustler Slim Buller? Well, I know for a fact it'll never be enough, which is probably fine in Jordan's case. But for me, any opportunity to compete or get better at life would be met with saliva dripping out of my mouth. But even after the day is ended with a triumph, there would still be lingering emptiness while I ponder over not having a perfect session at the casino. Strategizing turns into an obsession, leading to mental absence, even when physically present. Is it worth it? Maybe. Alright, listen, I'm not very talented. I don't have great mental fortitude. I was never going to be a great athlete at a physical event like basketball, or a mental event like poker. Yes, I do consider poker a sport. But I'll settle for contentment. I improperly typecasted myself for 5 years, and even the moments of conquest seem like misery. This piece goes out to all of you who were never completely satisfied, regardless of how much you progress on the hedonic treadmill. So please watch this documentary to be inspired by Jordan's focus, dedication, and perseverance. But take another page out of his book and know when to light up a cigar and pour a fine scotch. Saying that Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, or the late great Kobe Bryant would throw up listening to me talk and dismiss me for not winning anything. But if I can prevent one person from overstressing the cortisol hormone, I've done my job.